Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Joshua Sohn. It's good to be back, and we are going to start a new composition or new arrangement of a piece that I listened to as a college student back in the day, like 12 years ago, and it made a big impression on me. And I actually saw a performance of it live with a quartet at the University of Utah, and it was actually performed with another percussionist, and it was really cool. Anyways, I got to learn about this piece. It's called Mishima. It's the closing theme from the movie, and I thought it would be a fun one to arrange with different instruments, not just a string quartet. So I thought it would be a good demonstration, and it's just overall fun night just to learn something new. So what I'll do is I'll show you my palette, and this doesn't mean that I'm gonna stick with just this. I might change it up just kind of depending on how I feel, and hopefully this piece isn't so complex in a sense, so hopefully we can finish it by today. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna press stop here. Okay, and let's go ahead and show you what I have. So I got some piano. I think the key of this song is in E flat. So that's kind of the starting of the song. Let's go on. I always have these sketching ensembles here just in my template. I'm not sure if I'll even use that. So let's just skip that. And I don't think we need that. Next is this is a Joshua Bell solo violin. So in case I go more traditional route, we can do a violin one type of thing here. Let's see if I can practice that melody for a second. Okay. And then we have other ones. This one is from East to West. And let's see. For some reason, my sound isn't coming through. I think I know why. There you go. So we'll audition some sounds and see which one works best and what will stick. Okay, that might be a contender for the bass line. Excuse me. This one, these are from my Vienna Ensemble template. So, but basically this is the CSS, Cinematic Studio Strings. There's a little bit of delay in these samples, so they're kind of harder to play. So it's not my favorite, but for programming, it's pretty good. And then we have the viola, Tino Gro, TG, that's what it stands for. Tino Gro's solo cello. Going fast, maybe not so much, but this is a good lyrical one. The Tino Gro 2, it has a little more options. So like if I go here, can do some pizzicatos. All right, very nice solo cello, and then of course the CSS, kind of loud. And then I was thinking maybe harp would be cool, like on this part. If you guys are familiar with the piece, it starts doing these cool arpeggios, and it goes. Right. Now I'll play it better as we do it, but this gives me a good chance to kind of practice too. So then we have here the Evo Still. This is just a guitar. I was thinking, what if I can put a guitar in? That'd be interesting. This is a different guitar, and this just has like a palm mute type of articulation. That might be cool. And then for my piano, this is my sketching piano right here. It's a nice sound. Compare that to the una corda. Okay, so right, here's another one. Actually, this one's more of an effect. Cool. And then I have some music boxes, some celeste, and a dulcimer even. So that's the palette for today. Let's go ahead and start this composition. I think the best way to start this is do piano actually, and then we can maybe copy some of those things over. So let's see here. I really like this piano, so I'll just start with just a nice piano sound. And what we'll do is we'll do the bass line first. Maybe I'll do this one by one. So how should we do this? I think there's a way to keep history on my, oops, that's not what I wanted. Constrain delay. I wanted to do it in a way where I can keep multiple takes, cycle history and replace, keep history. This is for just audio though. Keep last. Okay, so this would be it. Overwrite stacked. Let's do stacked, no mute. I haven't done this before actually, so let's see if this works okay. Okay, and also let's get a good tempo here. So tempo should be around 144. Let's go just a hair under so that I can record this better. Here we go. Oh, and let's go at -1. Okay, so that's the idea, and I forget we're in 6/4, so that's another thing that we need to do. 6/4, cool, and then we'll start that here. You know what? Let's actually do the count off in 4/4. Make it a little easier. Okay, and then this is just kind of my experimental thing. Let's see. We go here, and I'll just copy this over. And then what I'll do is I'm going to loop this area like so. And let's see how that records for this other stuff. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, all right. So that's not exactly what I was envisioning when I did the keep history or this mode, mix, stack, no mute. I was hoping it would play the other things that was underneath it, but let's see. Did it keep the other one? Is the question. It looks like it's not wanting to keep the other one. Okay, well, I'll do the traditional way, just the way I'm used to, which is, oh, you know what? I think it's just adding. It's as simple as changing the style to new parts. But anyways, I thought I'd experiment just for a second. I'm just gonna do it the old way, which would be keep last. Okay. Well, there goes my experimentation on the uh, process of recording. So it's good to experiment and see what works for you too. Now, what I'll do is I'm gonna just quantize a little bit of that. Do a soft quantize. You can turn it on and off right there. Um, Now that bass line is missing. So what I'll do is let's put let's put the bass line on, let's say, the cello. I was thinking of this one. Okay, so now let's go back. Okay, so there's that. And let's do a soft quantize on that one as well. Okay. So I got some curves going on it. Let's actually start just a little softer. Okay, cool. Now this goes on twice. So now I have these guys here. Let's go ahead and move that over and copy that. Anyone that's watching, has anyone seen this movie by chance? It's called Mishima. It's a very interesting movie, to say the least. Um, yeah, it's out there, but it's actually I really enjoyed it. It doesn't mean it's bad. I really enjoyed the movie. It's just a very unique movie on its own, and George Lucas and another famous director, Francis Sophia Coppola, were executive producers on it. Paul Schrader was the director on that one. Really, really insightful stuff. Okay, so let's go on. The next line would be violin 2. So what I just did was essentially the solo cello in the quartet, and then this would be the viola line. I kind of like it in the piano. I don't know if I should change that just yet. Let's just kind of vibe with that for a second. Violin 2 would be the next one. Maybe I'll use this one just because this has a pretty good tone to it. And right here, just automatically, I might want to change the panning a little bit. So it's just a little bit narrow. Okay, let's look at the solo cello. On this one, I have to go down here. Oh, yeah, and okay, so let's also narrow that just a bit. Something like that. Okay, then you have violin 2. It's not as bright, so automatically I want to do a few EQs to it as well. Okay, that sounds already better for me. All right, and then while we're here on the panning stuff, we want solo cello to be more in the middle, I would feel like. So let's bring that down to, let's say, negative 33 and 33. Okay, cool. And then what was my other thing? Oh yeah, and then viola would have been onto the right side. So in this case, it's piano. With the piano, why not? Why don't we pan that to the right? So we go like this. let's go to the violin too. Let's go one measure before that. Sorry. Is that right? Let me change the articulation here. So we have this is détaché, this is spiccato, marcato, a longer marcato. Let's try that. Oh, my bad. Let's try again. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing also, as I'm recording the performance, you can see how I'm doing an arc with the dynamics or the velocities. That's important. That's the whole point of recording him in and capturing that performance. Also, the timing is nice to not have it super quantized. But I'll do a soft quantize, so it's like 68%, something like that. Okay, well, so we'll do the same thing here with one more in the violin 1 voice. Okay, let's change the articulation here. Let's do something like staccato. Right on. Another thing I could do here while we're shaping stuff, I'm just gonna start using the this fader. Okay. A little fun fact: this piece was written, I believe, in 1985. So, I mean, well, that's when the movie came out, so it might have been written even earlier than that. But a lot of you might be hearing this and think, oh, this sounds familiar, like I've heard it before. Well, Philip Glass was the guy who invented this sound. So it's really fun to explore this together, and hopefully we can come up with some insights as we're doing this. Cool. All right. So now that we're here, we're gonna make some choices. Should I stay with piano and do this da 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 kind of thing throughout, or what should I even move it? So the traditional arrangement was would have been here on a viola. So another option. Actually, I'm not a fan of the CSS solo viola, but let's listen and see if it sounds good. Okay, and the reason I'm not a fan is it's very finicky when it comes to the timing of things. So, for instance, if I do, let's say, legato and bring up all of this, sounds kind of funky. If I do, let's say, staccato, let's see how it sounds. That sounds better. Right, so that's kind of the articulation. Let's see here. I think if I do CC1, it messes up that, so I'll just keep the expression map to staccato, and let's hear how that sounds. Okay, so then we would just bring up the volume like this and like this. Okay, and and then there's a little delay, so we bring that to -80. All right, so that's the start of the Mishima closing theme. Then what we'll do is we'll start adding the next part, which changes chords. Let's add piano back. I'm just curious if I should do something different here. Okay, I'm gonna experiment just for a second. That's if I want to keep it nice and sweet. Maybe let's try some other sounds. Let's try this piano. Let's put some sustain pedal in there. Okay, that's kind of nice. Let's keep that, but I'm going to mute it for a second and see what other sounds would be if I were to try the harp or the guitar in this case. Let's try the harp. That's kind of nice. Let's go down. Okay, I think I'm leaning towards harp here actually for this melody. It's not really melody, but the changing notes. Whereas the other ones are just quarter notes. I think, yeah, quarter notes. So this helps reinforce that changing voice. Let's try another idea I have is the solo cello. What if we move the solo cello over to this and layer it? This is like a palm muted guitar, and let's set the volume. It's right here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try this one. I'm not a fan of that. So let's get away with the guitars here, and let's just disable that. Okay, so then we're kind of stuck with the harps, the strings, and perhaps we'll keep this as an option for. I was thinking music box would be really nice. Let me think. What about marimba? I do have one or two marimbas, or even vibraphone. Is that the only marimba I have, though? Let's see. I think that's. I think I have some other ones, but I would have to download them. I think it's in a different spot. Let's try this EWO though. Okay, so on this, what if we did the cello line again? Okay, and let's go in and put some data in. That's kind of nice. Okay, so volume's kind of quiet. Let's bring that up. soft warmth that I think would be nice. So let's add that into the mix. What if I layered that with this or this? Okay, so there's that, and then okay, that's kind of nice too. And the marimba adds this nice warm texture to it. Good. And then also we'll quantize that just a little bit. I'm gonna do soft quantizes mainly for today, um, just to give it some more realism. Okay, so now that we have that going, let's go ahead and see what we're dealing with. We have piano, no piano. I'm debating if I should commit to piano or not. Instead of piano, what if I did this effect? I thought this effect was pretty cool. Something to that effect. Even like a pad from something like Zebra would be nice. Let's do that. So we have, let's just call it a Zebra pad, and let's see what we have. Here we go. There's arpeggios. We could do something like this even. If I want to go a little more esoteric. That's kind of nice too. So what we'll do is I think it would be nice to modernize this piece a little bit and add some synths. But the trick is to have the right synth. That's nice. Oh, that's nice too. It's a little bit too wonky when you hold it too long. This one is it goes out of tune really quick. That's kind of cool. This is what I had originally. Okay, let's keep looking. So, was it this one? Can't remember. Okay, let's try a few other options. I just want to get something that's playable too. You can adjust the release times and stuff, but if I can just find one that's more in that ballpark without tweaking it too much, it would be nice to just find that nice pad. By the way, just to rep someone, the Unfinished is a sound designer. I believe, I don't want to be wrong, I believe he's from South Africa or Australia, but he does some great sound design work, and A lot of Hollywood composers hire him. So this is from his presets. It's an unfinished collection. That's nice. There's a lot of great sounds. Honestly, I could spend a whole day just finding the sounds, right? Let's go over here. And honestly, maybe chords might not be the best idea. Might just be good to hold one note. Let's see how that plays. It's surprising that some synths are quieter than it should be. They're usually the opposite. I guess the sound I'm looking for is something more warm and complements the brightness of those string attacks a little bit. So I guess something that would warm up the piece a bit and just give it a certain vibe. I kind of like that a lot. Now, if I could get out of this and just adjust a few parameters here, like the release time. And anything here, maybe like if there's a delay or a reverb, yeah, maybe just get some of that wetness out and anything here, maybe the tail size, feedback. Same thing here. This is the vibe I was talking about, something like that. So let's keep adjusting the parameters. So as soon as they release it, it doesn't, trail as much, which is nice. Okay, so going back to that, let's record something. Okay, cool. Now it's too loud. Let's go again. This, I got to make a decision now. Am I going to be using all these notes in the chord, or just maybe one or two? That's another thing to ask. And for some reason, this doesn't want quantize, so let's make sure that goes in. Okay. So let's see if I got rid of the G's. The other option is keep the G and do that instead. I think the B is a better option, or B flat is a better option here. So let's get rid of that. Let's see how it sounds an octave up. That's kind of cool. It's probably better here, so let's do that. Now, I'm sensing it's still kind of reverbery. So what if I just took out one beat? Sounds better. Okay, and then the last thing would be just re-recording this CC7 here. Cool. Okay, so that's the pad called Anjuna. Okay. Now, what I like to do is, you know, usually you can call it good once you feel like you got one sound that you really like, but it's also good to A/B and just compare with one more sound. So what I'll do is I'll find one more sound that would be, excuse me, would be similar to that sound, just an alternative to it. So let's see here, and then I'm gonna mute this other track. Let's just explore a few more minutes on this. I think it's crucial to find some good sounds. I really like that one, so I'm just gonna copy this actually and save that just as a reference. End of the universe. Boom. Okay, going back. That one's pretty nice. If I were to do this one, I would have to tweak it as well, though. So I'm just gonna do a custom tweak and try. I'm gonna press play. Okay. I see. So there's some delay here that really dulls the sound. It's actually a really bright synth, so gotta be wary of that. Okay, so let's try A and being this, or you can even layer together. Let's try this. Yeah, like that. Okay, on this one I need to actually go all the way out. Again, so they're actually way different now since I tweaked it. Okay, so going back to this other one here, I did something funky and now it's like super bright. So let's try that again. Okay. Overall, I now that you have some references to another synth, you can tell this one's super warm, almost too warm, whereas this one is almost too bright, right? So it's like finding a good balance between the two. You could also filter this. Okay, let's try it like a 6 slope. Okay, that sounds better. Of course, that really does take out a lot of the high, bright, buzzy tone out of it, which could be good or bad. But let's do that. What was this one again? Oh, okay, so this was just another sound that I liked. Let's add that in. Excuse me. Add that into the mix. Cool. All right. So let's do that for now. I apologize for my coughing. I have bronchitis, I believe. So for a while, I'll be coughing. It's bearable, but I just I wish it wasn't happening when I was live streaming last week and this week, and I'm not sure how long I'll have it. So I'll do my best to cover up when I'm about to cough. All right, now that we have a sound, let's go ahead and continue where we left off. Here is a easy way to do this. I'm just gonna go like that. Boop. Do a range copy. Bring that over. Okay, the next section introduces another chord. So on this next part, dun 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 dun. Okay, then it changes. There's a passing chord here. So instead of going to B flat, it's gonna do B natural. Okay, but I gotta do that for all of them. So let's see the one where I missed. Oh, okay. So this synth needs to change. And this. Okay. What's this one called, by the way? This is called a semblance. Okay. And then changes from that passing chord to a different chord. So then we'll, I think I'm okay just using the MIDI here and just programming it. We're gonna do a G, C, E flat G, which spells out a C minor chord. I was just seeing if you guys would know. Okay, and then we're gonna keep that C, and then we're gonna do A flat. Cool. There's also, let me just check the inner voicing. So you have this in the harp. Okay, so over here I do need to change this one. Okay. And something else sounds kind of funky, so let's just clean this up so I can see this better. Let's see. On this, let's delete that as well. Okay. Cool. Okay. needs to change as well. Bum, bum, bum. Inner voicing goes to hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay. So let's just say violin 2 here. And the next one is solo cello, which is good. Let's bring the viola up though, so I have that in that same order. Why not change the colors a bit so they're easier to see as well? Okay. Will I remember that color? I'm not sure, but at least they're all different colors now. So then if we go here, yeah, right here. Okay, so something's funky here. See what I did wrong. Sounds about right. Let me check one thing. Okay. Okay, I think there's something wrong with the viola line here. And I think I'm looking at the score here. We have E flat. Okay, so that's right. Actually, let's see how this plays with the bass line. Okay, and then let's look at the other lines then. Okay, so when you put it together, there's something that threw me off here. Okay, so it's not that actually that I'm hearing. Okay, it's maybe this these synths. Okay, so it's those synths. And then let's also check the marimba as well. Let's go down. So yeah, this is like kind of like a 3 mallet marimba here. Let's press play. Okay, so there we go. The synths are kind of nice. It also can be a detractor in some ways because it's just so, 80s like in a sense. But I'll stick with it for a bit and see if that's the right solution. I think it'd be fun to modernize this a little bit. One other thing I was going to mention is I think the strings have like a nice kind of sharp sound to it. Maybe it's sometimes too sharp. So what we could do, excuse me, is we can kind of tame some of this down. I got this plugin called Soothe, and I'm going to actually experiment with that. And what we'll do is we'll put some soothes on the string instruments here. There's a factory default setting. What I'll do is I'll put that to something like this. And Soothe, what it does is like a resonance compressor. Now, normally that would be good on a violin, but I think the range is kind of low. So what do I need to do? I need to bring these over just a little bit. What else? So you got the mix. I think there's a bypass button inside of this, if I remember correctly. Just can't remember where that would be. Because, I mean, of course you can bypass here, but I think the bypass button inside actually doesn't skip the sounds from what I remember. Bypass. Found it. Okay, so let's try it again. So I don't know if you hear a difference. It's subtle, but that's actually a good sound that I'm looking for. So again, it's just taming some of the harshness of the bow. Not a lot, but just enough. Okay, so here's what I'll do. Let me get some soothe on this one as well. Okay, and then paste that. That should help a little bit. And then I also have a solo viola doing the same thing. So here, soothe. And on this one, I might have to even go lower. Oh, I see. There's a filter here. There we go. Take it a little lower like that. Last thing here is let's bring up this part when it changes chords, like something like that. We'll just subtly bring it up. Okay, and then do that for all the strings. Here, what do we have? This is solo viola. This one has nothing on it, so let's go back here and actually merge these. you'll notice that going on tippy top of that range actually messes with the articulation actually. So right here we have, so CC1, if you go on tippy top, I forget, it like bypasses my expression maps, which is another reason why I'm not too fond of the CC or CSS. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people that love it. That's fine. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Now what we'll do is we'll add the melody. So that was the first section, basically. Second section. Now you have this voicing. So before I do that, let's copy this over here. All right. Okay, and then no more upper strings. So this goes, this goes. Maybe mute the pads for a bit. And let's get a marimba. Okay, so let's get rid of that too. Let's get rid of that too. The only one that I'll keep is right here, this part. So maybe what we should do is copy some of this down and imitate the viola line. So the viola line is going to be on an E flat. And then goes to a D. Okay, and then this goes to a C. C and E flat. Sort of, yeah. That's the idea. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I see. On this part... why not? Let's just keep it that way. Okay. Now we can add melody. Okay, so we'll do the melody first. Maybe I'll do a punch-in for this one. Yep, except I didn't do the right spot. And why didn't it work? Nope. Punch in, punch out. Punch in. It's been a sec. Oh, okay. Interesting. Usually that works. Is it because we're in 6/4? Interesting. Okay. I'll just record the normal way. Usually that's what does it. That's okay. So let's go over here, and I'll just make a new block. And here we go. Good. change that articulation to a normal bow. Well, it doesn't want to change though. Here's a trick. Okay, so that's on normal style. Hopefully that stays. Good. Okay, so that's it. That's the idea on that one. So, what I need to do, I just realized I got double the length of these. So when I do this melody, I'll play it twice. Right. Same thing. Go here to there. It's tricky because of the key switch. Nice tone. One of my favorite libraries is actually this one, because I feel like they did a really good job, Embertone, in just achieving a really good sound. And of course, it helps that Joshua Bell was the one that they sampled. Anyways, so that is that. I recorded that in. I did have one bad note. There we go. That's weird. I hear like a dun. Let's see. Where's that coming from? Let's see. Is there like a hidden MIDI note anywhere here? I'm not hearing it or seeing it. That's so weird. So it's not that one. It's probably from here. There you go. Let's delete that. And there's some what do you call it, MIDI notes that are overlapping from before, which happens when you copy over the range tool. I always forget that. So that's something to think about, actually, because now that might mess up all of this too. Sometimes it does weird things when you merge events together like that. A good workaround is just deleting the events like this, so that in case you glue them back together, it doesn't do weird stuff. All right, anyways, got that. Might as well just delete these as we go. Okay. I still hear that beep. So there's another note. I guess these were armed somehow when I was doing something. Same here. Okay. I think we're good to go. There's some funky things again. We'll just fix as we go. Okay. Now I'm going to do the violin 2 line. Now, but the only problem is I'm not switched over to the articulation, so let's go ahead and switch as we go. I have to record it at the same spot, so Okay, so this is where I think I'm just gonna look at my notes here too. I'm cross-referencing another score just to make sure. Yeah, so this one should be like this. And then that actually is wrong. That should be C. Um, and that too. Cool. There are not a lot of good samples for solo strings, period. But the one tricky part about making them sound good too is that if you're re-attacking a note, it's actually especially hard to do that. um, I'm just gonna play around and see if I can maybe achieve a better sound if I switch the expression maps for the every other note. Not really. Let's try one more. Oh yeah, but this is short. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the only options I kind of have. I could try sus lyrical. Let's try that one. That sounds pretty good. Okay, great. So now what we'll do is just tweak if we need to. Cool. The volume for second violin is pretty good. It could probably go down just a tad and then bring up the volume for violin 1. And what I was going to say is I realize there's no CC7, excuse me, CC7 data here. And it's especially important for this library to have that, so let's see if this does makes a difference. Okay. That's pretty good. So let's bring up the volume here, though. Oh, actually, sorry. I need to go here and replace. So that sounds better now. Of course, I was missing this other half. So let's record that in. That was an octave too high. So these are all actually with the lyrical patch, which sounds nice. What I'll do though is just for congruency, let's do this and then do what I did last time. So these are legatos. Every other one is the other patch. Cool. I feel like maybe this one can go down just a tad. We'll bring that up like so, and boom. Okay. Now we get to the really fun part where we do the arpeggios. Let's play that from here. Cool. All right. So the only difference between the other recording or the original arrangement and what I have is just adding a few things like harp and synths. So nothing too crazy, right? At least get to the base level of creating a mock-up. But I'm just gonna think outside the box for a second and see what else we could do as we're doing this. So if we can just make this a little bit more unique. Let's see. So let's go back to these pads here. Okay, so let's hear how that would sound with this melody. What if I change that over here? Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna re-record the CC7. And also, while we're here, let's see if we can fix the decay even more. Okay. Yeah, let's do it with the rest of the track. Cool. Now, I switched this because I don't know if I really like that buzzy sound now. This gives it that warmth that we need. Cool. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking here, but I don't know if I want to do anything much more than that, to be honest. I'm just going to play around with one more sound, though, this vibraphone. See if it turns on. For some reason, it doesn't want to load. Let's go over here. So this is a glimpse into my VEP Pro. And, oh, it's right here. Okay, it looks like it was just loading, but this is what that looks like. So this is the Orange Tree vibraphone. Okay, everything's working. Okay. That's kind of nice to maybe add a little shimmer there with some. Okay, so let's try that again. Sorry. Okay, we're on bar 8. It's there, so we'll leave it. Cool. Anything here? Maybe just do a soft quantize over. Good job. Moving on. Okay, this is where it would be fun to add a little whoosh. Let's see what whooshes I have. So I have some sub whooshes. Damage would be really good. Damage 2. Whoosh. And let's do all of these. Okay. Let's turn those guys on. While that's loading, let's go ahead and press play from the top. So I realize here the velocities are really sensitive, and after like, I don't know, around 90 velocity, it triggers a different sample, so like you get more of that brightness. I do like the brightness of it, so maybe do that and just bring some of this down. Cool. Hey, Jordan or Kjordan, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Succession show. Was it Nicholas Britell? Yeah, I think he does some Philip Glass influence as well in his pieces. Really cool score, by the way. I really like the theme song with the hip hop beat. Anyways, well, hey, maybe one day we'll do that one too, and it'd be awesome to even see if I can get an interview with him sometime. Okay, cool. I think the volume is a little loud on that vibraphone, so I brought that down. Okay, the next part would be doing a whoosh, something like that. I actually like that sound. That's too short. I believe these are timed. Some of these are more like trailer horror type sounds. That might work if we pitch it down. So let's see. Oh yeah, and we're in 6/4, so that does contribute to some of the weirdness. Excuse me. So let's go like that. Complete. I'm going to print the mix on that sound and then pitch it down. See if that does anything. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Shh. And there should be a sound coming through. Okay. Maybe in combination with this. Okay, so let's do that, and I'm just gonna copy that information here. Kind of like that, right? that sound, boom. What else do I have that would work? Let's see what I have here. I'm not sure if I like that sub bass that's in this rise, so let's see if there's a good replacement for that. Okay, let that load, and whenever it starts, we'll know. This one, let's see. That one's not loading for some reason. Oh, there we go. It just takes a little longer than I think. That's kind of cool. Sorry, if it's kind of loud, I'll bring it down. These are great trailer sounds from Keep Forest. That's kind of the sound I'm looking for, actually. get the idea. So let's try this one here. And why not keep that and copy that down here? Okay, the note is... Oh boy. Let's bring this off. Okay. Cool. So we'll have to print this as well. Okay. And then I just realized I need to bus these to the right places. Let's just do that. Okay, this should be right about here. Cool. And then we could also fudge the length of that so it actually starts a little earlier. Right? It doesn't sound too good when you go so far out, but oh, let's see. No, actually, that was the right spot. Right. So it might be stretched out too much because you can really hear that artifact, but it would be nice to just get a little bit more length. But maybe if I combine the two together and just bring out more of this other one, that would be nice. So let's do that. Okay, here, let's bring this down a bit. Okay. If you guys are familiar with the song, you'll know then what I'm doing here for this next part. But if you're not, that's fine. This is the journey together that we're on. So the next part is doing the same thing per se. So why they call it minimal music is most of the stuff is just repetitive and repeating itself. However, we might want to bring up some of the dynamics. So what I'm trying to say is for the bass line and a viola, which is this one, will be the same. Okay, now we have to start making choices with all these other instruments that I have. We might as well do this too. Let's go ahead and make some decisions what the marimba is going to be doing. Do I want to just stay with that? Excuse me. Or do I want to do the arpeggio with it? Maybe I'll stick with this because I think it switches. So maybe on the second time we could do arpeggios for the marimba. Okay, second thing, what am I gonna do with the vibraphones? So I think I could double that with the upper strings and then harp. Yeah, I think we're okay keeping that harp there. What else? With the harp, we could probably just bring this up a little bit. Something like that. And then, excuse me. Make it a little more dynamic here. Something like that. I realized I put sustain pedal on this, and I don't think it needs it actually, because I think it sustains by itself. Yeah. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. Let's get rid of all the sustain pedals. A lot of times it's good to have sustain pedal for piano, things like that. But for other, not so much. For some reason, it will bug you out, especially with like east-west stuff. Okay. Anyways, some things I need to do is also just kind of exaggerate some of the dynamics here. So what I'll do is just to a quick cheat is to do something like this and then kind of go more like that. And then what I'll do is just follow that line tool a little bit more. Okay, excuse me. And then we'll just copy that over, so like this. Okay, and then on this part, we're gonna, make it bigger. So that's why this actually grows more. And we need that because there's some violin arpeggios happening. I'm not sure about this part though. Okay, cool. All right, this is where the fun part happens. So let's do the vibraphone and first violin first. And this is, man, it's tricky. It's fast. Okay. What's the articulation? Maybe a staccato or spiccato? Technically, it'd be like a really fast, slurred legato kind of thing. This is a legato slur articulation. Let's try it. Okay, right there. I think what I'll do is I'll slow it down. Oh yes, it's on beat 4. It's throwing me off with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or actually, beat 5. Oh. Right there. 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's see here. That's that. Okay. And then since I got the timing okay, I should be able to just do this. See how it looks. Oop. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so da 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 da. This needs to go over. This is ahead. Okay, and then the timing on this part is off. And here. Cool. Okay, now I'll speed that up. Let's see how it sounds. And this song actually is faster. This song is probably 10 clicks faster. So I'm just gonna test that sound now over here. Let's bring that to where it should be, 144. And I'm gonna test the sample to its limits in a sense. So when you're going that fast, it actually there's a slight delay, I feel like. So let's bring that, push it forward a little bit. Cool. All right, so that measure 20 here, I'm just gonna check the notes. Boo, you got G. Okay, right there. I don't think that's right. It should be a B flat. That looks better. Okay. All right, so then what we'll do is we'll bring this down to the solo violin 2. And then here, it's going to behave differently, so I don't know if pushing this ahead of the grid is going to be good. But I'll leave it like that. But this needs to go like a 6 below. So right now the first starting note is a G. Is it a 6 below or a B flat? Yeah, so B flat. And spelling out a E flat chord on this first part. Like that. And then... Okay, so that's the first part of that. The next chord, I think it's a G minor chord, so just go change these Fs, all the G. We're good there. Okay, the next chord after that is, if you guys are listening, what chord do you guys think it is? I'll let you think about that for a sec. All right, if you guessed C minor, you're correct. Honestly, this song is, I think, only 4 or 5 chords at most. So then we have C minor, E flat, C, E flat, G. Okay, here though, is it like that? Let's hear. I think I got a mistake. Oh, actually, no. That should be F. Okay. It's weird because it switches chords on beat 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, beat 3. But in this case, it's B flat up till here. Or E flat. So I was wrong, actually. There should be a G there. It's the D that changes from D sharp to D. Okay, all right, and the last part, if you guys know the chords or remember what was happening before, then you should know that this is a flat chord. Okay, and this is where I had the score that shows the notes here. I'm just gonna double check on this last part. Okay, so interesting. It looks like it changes up so that you have E, C, E flat, G, and then C. And then C, E flat, G, C. Up till there. And then let's go C, E flat, A flat. But then it goes back to G here. And back to G. Okay. So that's what that sounds like. Cool. All right, let's see that in context with everything else. Okay, that sounds about right. I'm gonna maybe overall the tempo feels a bit rushed to me. I mean, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it starts 144, but like in the recording of Kronos Quartet playing this, maybe they slow down. I don't know. I feel like overall it's kind of rushing. So let's go 140. So the timing on some of these stuff need to be moved now because of the tempo. So let's fix this real quick. And I got a question for you. So, hey, Sohn, wait, go back for a sec. How are you loading your instruments in? I've never seen it that way. So, Kyordan, I'm using Vienna Ensemble Pro. Yep. And I have it in a way where it... excuse me. It's all disabled. So all my instruments here are disabled, which gives me almost unlimited amount of tracks. Like there's a limit, of course, but like thousands of tracks that you can put in. And then I have it so it's automated. So let's see here. Where can you find that? There's an automation window right here. You can make that smaller, I think. Let's see. I prefer it smaller, but it's kind of acting weird. Let's see, maybe, oh, like that. Okay. So what I do is I'll show you what it looks like. Right here, you use this MIDI controllers, part of the automation, and basically map the same CC data. So I just have mine set to CC19. And if you want to talk more about it, hit me up sometime. I've been meaning to make a new YouTube tutorial on that subject, but it really does make the workflow nice because the save times are much smaller and stuff. But there's downsides to it, of course. So anyways, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so there's my little whoosh. Let's bring that down a little bit. I'm going to add some reverb to that. Okay. Now, this is just lacking maybe a little bit of feel because everything's so quantized. Oh, man. But what you could do to kind of get away with that is change the tempo. This could screw with the, what do you call, like it could screw with your CPU, your computer resources a little bit, but it's a nice little trick. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna just put on every one of these, and what I'll do is I'll kind of speed up and slow down and speed up and see if that makes the feel any different. And then also I'll put some more what do you call, crescendo in that string part. I'm gonna edit this as I go, but I'm basically bringing the gain up, my pre-gain up, so that I can have more movement down here. Oh, I see. Shoot, I can't do that because I have Soothe on. So I wish there's a trim plugin like in Pro Tools, but what I'll do is I'll just do frequency, and then I'll just bring that up here. Okay, cool. So on this part, we might want to slow down. Excuse me, get some water here. Okay, so we go. Shoop. We'll go like 136. 138. Okay, let's see how that works. 138. Yeah. So I'm just thinking here. So I'm going 142, 139, 136. Okay. Maybe right as it starts. Even like right there. Let's go slower. Let's go 132. Kind of give it a really like a slow start and then push. Cool. All right, and then one other trick is just to use this CC7 data. I would do CC11 on this if it's a normal instrument, but Joshua Bell doesn't really like CC11 as much. Anyways, that's the idea. So you do that twice. And we could probably just record that in twice too. Is that where it is? Or here? Like that. Okay. Same thing. I'm just going to re-record this so it's just a little bit different. Also, let's add these guys in. Okay. Shoot. I guess I'll do that too. There's some. I think there might be a wrong note in here, so I'll double check that as well. Anyways, going back to this. Okay. Also, if you ever need to copy and paste tempo, there's not really, I don't know, let's see. Last time I checked, there's not really a easy way to do that per se here. Oh, okay, you can. Sometimes it acts really funky. Maybe you just have to restart Cubase in that case. But yeah, so this is working. Okay, so anyways, going to this, copy that over. Cool. Yeah, so that's a good trick. If you can mess with the tempo a bit, that really helps. Downside is if you have like delays going on, it doesn't really work with delays. Let's see, let's do 136. 130. Something like that. When it slows down towards the end, we could probably bring the volume down. So like, do something like that. Right? Not too much. There's something funky about these last notes, so maybe I can switch that to something else. So these should all be legato slurs. The other one should be, let's say, legato bow. Let's see if that sounds better. Yeah, there's something like when it slows down at the end, it's nice to maybe hear more articulation there. So let's do that. I mean, it does sound a little weird, maybe just like the last three notes. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then of course with the harmony, then you won't even hear the difference, because this just kind of gives that more thick sound. Let's see, let's just double check these notes here. Let's see why it's not playing. Maybe because it needs articulation. Let's do this one. Huh, it's not working. Weird. Oh, well, I know why. It's muted. Okay, so let's hear that again. Okay, let's hear the just by itself. It's kind of ahead of the beat. So on this one, I don't have to push it over. Okay, let's try again. So E flat. Is that right? No, I think it was right before. Let's see. That sounds kind of weird too. So that's right according to the score. And then this part goes like that. Interesting. Yeah, for some reason there's an A flat just on that one part. Let's just change these to A flat. Maybe that's a typo. Okay, so let's try hearing that together. Okay, let's listen to this part now. Cool. Let's play from the top, and I guess I'll need to delete this one. Copy that over. Okay. All right, and then there's one other thing I need to do here. I just need to change the velocities or the CC stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure about those curves. Sometimes it's really hard to know if you should go up and crescendo on something or down. Sometimes it's just arbitrary with the ears. So I'm gonna play around with that and solo it. Try it again. I think I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna go. So really short moves. Okay. Cool. Maybe on the last one I'm slowing down too much, so let's change that. Let's do 137 and 134. Okay, and then it goes back to 140. Cool. So I'm just cleaning this up as we go. How are we doing on time? It's 10 o'clock. Okay, so I have a good idea of what I want now in this piece. And what I'll do is I'm gonna do one thing and make the ending. And I think I can still finish. I'll just have to go over a little bit. So maybe 30 minutes. Let's try this. So I want to add vibraphone. So let's do that. And this is tricky because it might overpower, is what I'm afraid of. And yeah, it just washes over everything. What if I did this? Do I have a muted sound? Let's see. That might sound better. Okay, now my computer's really pushing the limits. So all those samples, those really small, triplet samples that are happening that are hogging the CPU there for a second. Which means when I play this, I might have to print out one of these tracks so that it saves some CPU. Okay, so going back, I have these guys. Okay, so maybe we'll add something there. So we're E flat, G minor. let's try that for a sec. Um, 2, 3. Cool. So this is the right shape. Maybe just a little too loud. Cool. So that's fun to do. Let's double that over here. Let's do something similar down here. See. What if I went lower? It's hard. Let's see. It's hard to hear it like clearly. I don't know if we need it. Let's see. What if I just kept it on one note? Okay, and I'm just gonna bring the volume up. On this instrument, let's bring the delay a bit down. It's a little bit cleaner. Okay, and then maybe bring some of the highs down. Cool. All right, so there's that piece of the element. Then there's the melody that actually starts it. So what I'll have to do is copy this over one more time. And that's just pasting what I'm doing over the next. Cool. For these audio tracks, why not? I'll just keep it right here. Okay, what's going to happen is the top line, which is violin 1, stays the same. But what we'll do is I'm going to get rid of that. Use this line. Let's see. Like that. We'll bring this over here. copy this with the marimba. Let's see, is that right? Cool. Okay, so then the melody comes back in, da-na, but instead of violin 1 playing it, it's violin 2. So I can go over here and bring that over to this side. Oh, that's not the right one. There you go. Okay, so this one should be playing that same melody. Okay, let's go legato. Or what if we did this? Cool. Bring up the volume a little bit on that. Okay, then it goes like this. Cool. On this vibraphone part, actually I'm gonna copy the melody. By the way, these should all be normal. These should all be normal. Okay. Cool. This should be the bass line changes here too. I should mention. So let's see. So the viola plays now violin 2. So there's exchanging voices here. This should be down here. Let's make sure I'm on the right articulation. Looks pretty good. Okay, cool. In addition to that line, it would be nice to, maybe get rid of the harp for a second. Maybe do this. So first off, let's quantize these voices. Okay. And what we'll do, I think it'd be cool to keep one of these. I'm just thinking how a harp player would play this. Of course, I could be totally wrong, but excuse me. Let's kind of make it fun for the player to change it up and see if they can, play something like this instead. Anyways, just kind of thinking outside the box here. What happened? Every time I do that, it goes away. So I gotta be careful, I guess, when I'm clicking on this. Let's just unmute. Okay, unmute. Unmute. And unmute. Okay, get rid of the other mutes. Cool. I'm wondering how it would sound if I changed our articulation of this too. So, for instance, not. So it needs to cut through a little more, I feel like. So that's why I'm debating if I should change or not. What else? So then the other trick I did was I actually changed the tempo here, so I could do that again. Let's see, we have this on, I'm not sure what beat that is. Looks like it's the triplet of beats 4, something like that. So let's go triplet and go to beat 4. Cool. All right, and then the only other thing we'll fix is the bass line. So the bass line would be the solo cello. And honestly, it would be cool to even reinforce this bass with like a low end sine wave or something. So that would be fun to experiment with. Let's see here. So what am I doing here? We're going to change this to B flat G. And this is more because limitation of players, why Philip Glass did this, but I think it's kind of cool to, let's see, boo-doo. Oh, I see. Let me finish my train of thought here. There you go. Actually, yeah. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is this is happening because it's compensating for the missing notes of what would be playing if there would be like 5-6 players, but there's only 4 plays in this piece in the original. So, but I'm gonna try to maintain that because it does give it a different sound. So we have the G's goes to G, stays on G right here, but then goes to F. Let's see. 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2. Is that right? Do 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 do. Interesting. So it actually changes. better. C, E flat, C, E flat, C, A flat. That's what it is. Cool. All right. Let's re-record this line again. There's something a little off about that, so it could be more about this. Now I'm going to bring the volume down of that, just overall. Okay. Also have marimba doing this now. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to have marimba play what the vibraphone did, which is a harmony of that. So that will go here. Is that right? Let's double check. No, it wouldn't be vibraphone. It'd be what violin 2 played, actually. Right here into here. There we go. Okay, let's bring up the volume. Okay, so there's that. Now what I'll do, I'm gonna splice these all together. Okay, and definitely I'm missing some information over there too, like this rise gentle sub thing. So let's add that in. Okay, like that. Cool. And this also is missing, so somehow it was missing when I cut things around. Like that. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now I can do global copy paste and make this repeat if I wanted to, right? So it does repeat in the original recording. I think it would be nice to just redo this one more time. So where does it repeat? This is a question. It repeats on the melody. So right here, you set the locators as such, and then, let me just double check here. So then you just go here, global copy that thing, and then we're just going to paste it in this next spot. And it works really well with, you know, this minimalistic stuff because that's what they do. They just repeat it. So okay, with the exception of maybe tweaking and balancing so that it transitions better. So for instance, like right here, let's just do that. Let's kind of bring that whole thing up. Okay, and then what if we did a call and response kind of thing here? I'm just curious. Whoops. Oh, G. That's kind of fun, just doing a call and response. So let's do that. Let's keep that going. And then maybe together here. But let's like also do some kind of harmony as well. We're in a A flat chord. Let's see. Let's do that. Like that. I think it's just too loud. Bring that down a bit. This one too. I'm playing these notes, but it sounds different for some reason. What am I hearing? I'm probably hearing this. Oh, I see. Okay. I was just hearing the previous note before because it wasn't quantized, so it was like cutting through. Yeah, even there. That's so weird. Okay. So then. So we're just livening it up just a bit, and might as well bring the tail of this back a little more. Okay, let's hear that from the top. Let's go C. Cool. Let's bring that down. All right, and then we'll do it again. that's happening in real time. And then the last part is just to get the ending down. And I'm stopping short because my computer starts to like get really bogged down with all these short triplet samples. So I don't want to like burn my computer up here. But granted, everything else is good. Let's just go to this last part. And the last part is a cool little kind of like a retardando effect. But let me check here also on my scores. And then I guess it does another one of those things. Goes two measures of just repeating. So let's find a spot where I can copy that. Probably here. Oops. So I'm trying to find a good spot where I can just copy some of this over. This will be pretty easy actually. Okay, so right now it's just 2 measures worth. The only problem is the bass line would be better here. Excuse me. So what I'll do is I'll do something like this. Okay, copy that over here to this side. Just get rid of that. And it looks like we're just doing arpeggios of E flat. And that starts with a G. I guess it would be right there. Okay, so then this should be a E flat or B flat. G, B flat, E flat, G. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Like that. So we got G, B flat, E flat, G. Go back down. And you're just copying that over. So what else do I need to do here? Yeah, let's do this. Like that. Is that right? I guess we're right here. Okay, so right, so let's recopy that G. Somehow it got lost there. There we go. And do this. And then do this one more time. Like that. Okay, so then let's figure out what the top line is doing. So then top line is just doing E flat. So that's also over here, I think. It's just one of these. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Is that one. So, the first note is cut off though. Because it is starting a little early, like that. Okay. Okay, so then we have to repeat this. Okay, and then it slows down, and we're doing half time or like half notes. But let's check here. So this is where it gets kind of dicey. We'll delete that. That viola should be on a B or C, B notes, B flat. So this should be on B flat. Okay. Let's copy that over here. Okay. All of this junk we can probably just do away with. But if I were to just kind of keep that the seamless wallpaper of sound, maybe we do need to keep it, but we'll just keep it on E flat. Just a thought. So let's go. Excuse me. Let's go down. And then this one would be same thing. Let's just do this. Like that, except I didn't mean to copy and paste that. So let's bring that over here. Okay, I'm just gonna copy these guys in like so. B flat and G. Let's go up like that. Okay, and then the vibraphone. Let's do vibraphone on this note. Excuse me. Or no, let's do the vibraphone on this note. So it should be on E flat. Okay, so let's bring that down into here. Yeah, right here. Okay, bring that up. Let's mute that. Cool. All right, so we're almost there. What we'll just do, we'll just create an ending. This thing though is a little bit off, so make sure that's on the grid. Next part is just 4 measures long, I believe. Let's see. It's 2 measures plus 4. So we'll do 2 more of these, and then we're just changing the notes. So let's see. The only tricky one is here, so I might have to do this one again, like that. Let's see. Okay. All right, so then we have E, this G is an octave lower, like so. And as we do this, let's go ahead and spread these guys out like that, cut it. On this one, we'll do that. Okay. This is when we will probably slow it down just a tad. So on this measure, we'll go 138, like so. Also, let's, I like to add this little cue length, a little trick I learned. And that way I can just click on this and do, set the locators if I need to. Okay, anyways, going back, almost done, almost done. That shouldn't be copied. Let's see what's wrong here. Okay, that should be good. This is just quantize the head of the beat slightly. Okay, so next one, we have all of those notes octave lower. Great, got the violin 1 part down. Violin 2 is just doing G's in half notes. So the best way to do this is just go like that, boom, boom. Okay, and then we might as well just copy over those guys. And this would be a G here. Okay. And let's do a light sus. Maybe that one. Okay, so that's the violin 2 part. Violin viola would be going E flat. So let's just let's delete this and copy that over down to there. Except I didn't copy it for some reason. There you go. This should go to low E flat like that. And this articulation may be best with something like this. Okay. It's nice to give it a little bit of breath, maybe a little more. And how fast are we going? 138. I think we can go even slower, so let's go 130, 135. Okay, cool. This cello's the last one, so then we would, excuse me, so we're going this B flat. Let's go to a low G. Okay. All right, and what's this harp doing actually? This harp was in a B flat as well. Okay, we'll come back to that in a sec. So on this one, let's make sure we're on the right articulation. This is east-west solo cello. Let's just do that. I don't know. Let's do this. Okay. And then this one should be, well, I think E flat's fine where it's at. Let's hear it in the context. So, so this is, maybe what I'll do is just go down. Okay. And that's my warm pad. So then we have marimba. Marimba. I think here we could roll it. Any marimba players that are watching? I'm a marimba player. That's I went to school and I didn't actually know what a marimba was, being a percussionist. So I learned kind of the hard way. Really, really beautiful instrument. Okay, so what we'll do here is I'll bring up the this articulation. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah, that should be right. Maybe it's under a marimba rule. That's probably what's. Oh yeah. So, oops. I'm gonna turn this guy on, and we'll start rolling those notes. Maybe I'll keep the attack on these just because why not? But here, okay, we'll add a little breath. Okay, and then this vibraphone is the last one. Vibraphone's kind of doing the same thing as I think the viola, I believe. So we have to just pitch that down. And then we'll make these normal. I'll also kind of swell that a little bit. Okay, good. All right, and then maybe slow that down on the second measure. So we'll do 133. Okay, 133. And then the last part is just doing this again. But we are changing notes. I think we're changing notes in the accompaniment part. So which is just these guys down here, the violin 2 all the way to cello. Except, let's just make sure these copy over correctly. Let's try that again. Okay, that's copying over there. Okay, this is what I need to do. I need to be careful with the violin 1 because it's ahead of the grid. So what I'll do is just go like this, paste, and move that over manually. Okay. And then again, we'll just slow it down. So then this last part, oh, by the way, we do 2 measures of this, so I'll have to copy that one more time. But anyways, that's the starting point, so I'll put a little marker there so I don't forget. This is where it ends right here. So let's give it another measure or 2 so it breathes. Okay. So I'm not done yet. I need to copy this over. Boom. All right. Same idea. Just go like that. Copy that. Paste. Boom. Okay. All right, now let's do this. Actually, I'm gonna delete these guys and then we'll duplicate the track over the next, but let's fix these real quick. So the first one is on G, so violin 2 is G, viola is now E flat, which is actually the same. So the only instrument that changes is the cello. Cello now goes to E flat. Cool. Let's go over here and just double check other notes. So these are like my pad stuff. And then the mounts down here. So maybe the mounts need to change. So this, yeah. So it's this one right here. Let's go down to E flat. Excuse me. And I think that's it. Then we'll just slow it down. So let's go 126, 122, 118, and then maybe towards we'll subdivide this even more, something like that. So then let's go 112, 108, and like 100. we could resolve that too. There was a weird sound though. Let's see here. Aha. That should be down there. Okay. There's also this note. Okay. I think we got that. So then we would just have to resolve this. So we go. Might as well just add it, a little ending note. Luckily, these are all just like long, patty, or sustained type sounds. So let's do the first note of every one of these. Oh, actually, here's a better solution. Let's go like this, fixed length. Try that again, fixed length, and like that. Okay, let's go to the marimba. Okay, let's go out here, and we'll do a global merge. And this might not go well. Let's see how it sounds. Oh, let's try that again. Like that. And then how do I get the count offs? So let's go to here and take off the count off. I think it's right here. There we go. Here we go. Or like this. For some reason the cello, actually I just realized, didn't copy, so let's do that. I feel like maybe this should go down. I can't go down violin 2 there, but maybe this one. E flat, E flat. Let's do E. Oh yeah, doesn't. Let's do that. Okay, so going back to this, we're arming all of these, and then this should just be, we should be able to just do all in one swoop. Okay, let's do it again. Maybe we'll crescendo this time. Let's check this note. Let's do a lyrical. This one kind of is too much, I feel. Let's change this as well to, actually that's good. This is the culprit, so let's bring this down. Bring that down. Let's bring that down as well. Okay. Okay, and I think we got it. So, uh, I like these little hybrid sounds. It doesn't, we're not doing a lot with it, but I think it's just enough to kind of give you some emotional impact on those moments. So, the last thing I want to do is just be able to clean this up and then play it for you guys. So, let's do that real quick. See where we're at here. I like to clean it up by gluing all the events together, so I know. Well, it's mostly it just cleans it up, but it also when you do this, you can see everything all at once, and it's just nice and easy to look at. Okay, there's also an issue here probably with some of the samples being so like just too much. So a good culprit would be the marimbas and the vibraphone. What I propose to do then is just let's render these down, and once we render it down, I'll play the whole thing. I'm not sure how long this will take though, so let's see. 1 minute each, 2 minutes each, 3 minutes. We'll see. In the meantime, any questions? I know there's a few guys watching. I do. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Kyoran, thank you for your participation. I feel like a teacher when I say that. But yeah, if anyone wants to just go over anything in this composition specifically, let me know before we call it for the night. I will share with you this movie a little bit more, the film score. I actually just watched it the other day, just kind of get a feel. I've always listened to the soundtrack, right, but I never seen the movie. And the movie is super dark. I mean, holy hell. Mishima, if you guys aren't familiar, Yukio Mishima was an author in Japan in like the 60s and 70s. He's really popular, and he became super like radicalized. Like he ended up wanting to keep Japan at its prestige, and like created his own army. Like I don't know how this happened, but he was able to like go to like a university, and 80 students became his henchmen. Like they actually followed him and everywhere he went. And luckily, like the government, Japanese government, saw that they were like a counter movement to the kind of like the communist or left movement that was happening at the time. It's kind of similar to what we see nowadays. But anyways, this guy ended up like making a big scene at a military complex and try to say a bunch of things like let's take over Japan and bring back its glory. And at the very end, he he commits suicide, called seppuku or harakiri, where he, like the samurai way of dying, where they stab themselves in the stomach. It's really gruesome, but this is all based on a true story. So it's this is a fascinating film score, to say the least, because it supports what you see and what the story is. So yeah, this is very bittersweet. This is a closing theme. It's kind of sad if you think about the melody. Yeah. Kyodan, I am a teacher. Yeah, not anymore. I was a school teacher for a long time, 4 years, but at that point, I switched over. Now I've been composing for 8 years now, successfully. So thank you for those watching. I'm gonna just do a spot check before I play, make sure we're good to go. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. These should have been separated out, but it looks like it was combined. I think I know why, but that's okay. I'll just call this the bounced temporary. Okay. Important that we have it though. Let's put this into strings. Okay. I'm gonna press play. Here we go. Sorry, one sec. Okay. All right. Yeah, there are things I'm hearing, which would enhances probably be the bass could be more prominent. Maybe doubling the cello with some kind of bass or synth bass, just like really light, just more in the background. But more or less, it's done. That usually is the case, right? When you think it's done, it's not done. You always want to spend a few more days just with fresh ears. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Always a pleasure to have you guys on. Again, feel free to hit me up anytime. My contact should be in the descriptions. Also, press the like button to get this video out to more people out there. Subscribe if you haven't already. I also provide lessons on a weekly basis where I do teach privately. So, in a sense, I am a teacher, but I've been spending more of my time doing projects and films. But for the most part, I'm here in this community to help and to support anyone that wants to learn how to compose. So it's a pleasure again. I will plan on doing another live stream sometime next week, probably again Thursday. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. With that being said, I'm Joshua Sohn, and thank you. I'll see you next time.